Here's a great look at an unmistakable venue. Welcome to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Houston Texans and the LA Chargers. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And off we go from SoFi. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Well, here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success. No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reload it.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd down, Chargers have 6 DBs out there. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. This connects with Schultz. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 29-yard gain. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Again, Stroud. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
He was covered by
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Chargers are going to opt for a 50-B 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Nico Collins with a touchdown.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
Houston, Texas
The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
versus LA Chargers.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
Kickoff for Houston.
Here's a return from the 7. Great vision, gets him across midfield. And that return heads out of bounds. Job well done. It's close to that enemy 35-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
You know it right now, Kate. I'm absolutely in favor of this frenetic pace. A touchdown scored, and this is what the immediate response is. Nearly answer it with a house call yourself. Yeah, there's no body blows in this one. This game's starting with some serious haymakers.
So now we're going to look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Herbert's one of these rare quarterbacks that when he is on, he makes this game look effortless and easy. Part of it's his throwing motion that's crisp and clean with great power. And it's also an athleticism. He'll make you pay with his legs, too. Man, he is just a joy to watch.
Herbert now off the play fake. Catch is made. That's Trey Harris. And they're on him right near the catch point as he gets this to the 24-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Pass is caught at the 9. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
A play fake. Now Herbert's a throw. Has it in close. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish up their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Chargers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. No to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. To the air. Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Running it with David Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st down, Stroud. This is reeled in downfield by Schultz. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
Okay, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down. There was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet. That's what the best tight ends will get you.
Nickel look by the Chargers here, 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. Here we go with Montgomery. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans break the tie here in the 1st. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Chargers 7.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. And He's brought down just inside the 25. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Play action now for Herbert. Caught by McLaughlin. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now a run here with Amari on Hampton. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Chargers first down.
You love a huddle, Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're looking at first down here. Hampton now up the middle. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
We know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Spot. Oh, he lost the football. And the Texans have it. And Houston returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Texans capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Well, Brock, we both know there's some guys who are only looking to make the tackle and end the play. Others come in hunting for the football and forcing fumbles in hopes of getting exactly what we just saw.
And it can be tough for these receivers. A lot of times, they know contact is coming, but they don't always get to prepare for it because they don't always see it.
Yeah.
And these elite defense...
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. So they managed to keep possession. They've got 3rd and short now. Putting a receiver in motion. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And he's not going to escape this. The Texans take him down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. And you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Gives Montgomery to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so switchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now, 1st round. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
We've set it down from 37. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That is Compton, and it's Higgins again. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A gain of 15 there. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On play action, here's Stroud. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set to go now from the 35. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run again with Montgomery. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Man in motion out of the slot. Stroud off the play fake. Collins there to grab it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Houston.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk to throw and force something. It brings up second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that. Going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
About sets. This is 3rd and 5. They give up the gut to Montgomery. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Call it no gain that time, so now they face a 4th and 4.
It's now 4th down.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. Very short kick here from the right half. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Chargers and wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
J.K. Scott on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Punt meets him at the 28. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We get in on the ground here with Montgomery. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage manage to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Houston.
First down, Texans.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the
back to it. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a man, right side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
4th down. Here comes Kai Kroger to punt. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
Speed on the tackle.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the 2nd half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton, open the drive. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Herbert from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Herbert. He brushed him off with ease. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Texans bring out an extra DB on this 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. That one's good to McConkey. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Mitchell up the middle. Spins out one side. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Throwing now, Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
At the 13-yard line.
All set now, 1st and 10. Hampton gets the handoff. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
It's Hampton on 2nd. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Trying the sneak. It's Herbert. It's going to be short of that goal line block, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Hampton goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
To the air this time, Herbert. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers cut it to a field goal game.
Chargers 14.
Ollie set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and running back David Montgomery getting back to work. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. In trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sent down behind the line. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Set up the screen to Montgomery. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Chargers are going to opt for a 50-B, 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You never, ever have an offense like 3 and outs, Case, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Texans set to punt. Kai Kroger is going to kick this one away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Chargers send a wide receiver, Ladd McConkey, set for another drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to charge loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That's Harris on the right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Running it with Hampton. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Back to Hampton. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert to throw. He's got it near the 8. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And this one stops at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Herbert with a blitz coming. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 4th-quarter lead. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
Chargers 21, Texans 17.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away.
For the Chargers.
Noel to return this. Making some progress here. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. Finds Montgomery on the drop down. Combo put him in the spin cycle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Handoff headed left, Montgomery. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You notice, gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter. Here's
Stroud. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First down, Houston.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Stroud throwing here on first. Left side into the hands of Dell. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Montgomery gets it from the gun. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. He's picking up about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're going to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. On the return, here comes Davis. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
Coverage by
Quarter, so that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too. Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Catch made left side by McConkey. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. You got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense will probably rather forget. We've set it down for him from the 31. Running back sent in motion. First down throw by Stroud. Throwing the out route complete. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun now for Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Stroud to throw on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
You got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a fourth-quarter lead.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in. And he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That puts them in a much better spot now. Up 7 here in the 4. Defense perhaps a little too worried about the pass there, partner, and as a result, they're able to run it in for 2.
It really becomes a numbers game down here. And you see a lot of teams employ this, right? If there's numbers there against the pass, we're going to be committed to running. If they stack the box, we got to be willing to throw it. In this case, it was a numbers advantage and the simplest path for 2 points.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. Dumped off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. the shotgun. A give to Vidal. Only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be third down.
Jalen Petrie on the stop. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers losing by 7. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He'll throw it. Into the hands of Ganson. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
The Chargers, first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Motioning him from the slot right. Back to throw. Connects with the open man downfield. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Setting up to pass. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't get it to Aronde Ganston in the 2nd. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Defense.
So they'll decline this and take the result.
That penalty is declined.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here, following the penalty. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw it. Throws caught. And out of bounds inside the 5. The sideline saves him there. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
Retains possession.
Ooh, bad fortune turned to good pretty quickly there, partner. That fumble eluding capture, and thankfully ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, big old sigh of relief on that sidelines, but that new life's going to be short-lived here if they're not able to convert on this 3rd down.
And he brings it in. Touchdown. A big decision coming up for him now. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th.
28 all.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Texans send wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be a first down, Texans. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. On return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First throw of overtime. He just keeps finding McConkey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
22 yards. And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. Tight end in motion left. Running it after the penalty. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Man in motion here. Throwing now, Herbert. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. Looks great initially, but he is short on that 1st down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you can make a play and some money will follow.
And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say clear the sideline over top of 14. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, and the other side gets a chance to go win it.
Now it's his turn in overtime. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down.
Certainly got to pick your shots. Wouldn't it be aggressive defensively, Kate, when you get here to overtime? You send a blitz, it better get home. It better have an effect, and that time it did, forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air they go on 2nd. Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Pass complete. Screenplay.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Their punter making his way out now. And this needs to be a good one. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. Each offense has had a chance to score now, Brock. Neither one could, so we're in a sudden death. The next score wins it.
And wouldn't it be great, Kate, if we saw one of these defenses just take a turnover back for the winning touchdown? Really just surprise everybody here. It'll be a little tougher to do now, though. Both offenses a little more settled in, and you've got to imagine a little more sense of urgency.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Here's Vidal on the give. He dodged the tackle. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
38-yard line.
All right, Brock, both teams have had their opening salvos. Next score wins it in OT as they come up on 2nd down. They send a tight end in motion. Another run for Vidal. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They stay on the ground and find out. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. And the Chargers first down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they make the play at the 23. Only a little.
Yeah, we ain't talking about nothing but how pretty big females and how she be having them customers. Yeah, look, this like my first time really seeing her feet though. Because you know, I never been a feet guy. Let's start there. I've never been a feet guy. So, you know what I'm saying? This like my first time seeing big feet. Like, I never looked at a picture and zoomed in on big feet. Like, no, I probably zoomed in on ass and shit like that. Like, I really zoomed in on big ass and titties and some shit. If I didn't zoom in on anything, dog. Real talk, man. Shout out to them boy Big Sex, man. I see
a chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
And the kick team comes on. A chance to win it here in overtime. Houston calls it second timeout, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. A big try coming up here for Cameron Dicker. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
800. And that guy was going 800. That could be R again. This R you sent. Chad, if you guys are in the purple line right now, do a little lurker check-in. Just say hi, say anything. Just do a little check-in. If you guys are currently lurking in the purple line. Or the YouTube. You guys are lurking at the YouTube. I like bunnies, yeah, okay. Recharge those dashes. What's up, Kiki? What's up, 16? How you doing, man? Lots of Ark? Like Ark Raiders? I don't know, I've never played.
So, make sense. Yeah.
So,